Hello, YouTube family. Is it me or does certain things taste better the next day? Like collard greens, green beans, even black eyed peas, and especially one of my favorites, which happens to be yellow rice. So I'm making it today while I chat with you all to have for my dinner tomorrow instead of waiting until tomorrow, because like I said, it's gonna be cooked in my cast iron skillet and low and slow for about 25 minutes to let it all cook through. And one of the secrets to especially yellow rice, or any rice for that matter, you should let it soak for a while. Give it a bath and leave it alone. Just let that rice sit there and do its thing. Soak it well before you intend on cooking it, and it will taste better. And it's a lot fluffier. I don't know how well this camera angle is, but I'm on here killing time. It's too early for me to go to bed because I know in 3 hours I'll be up looking crazy, in which I don't intend on doing that tonight. Just got back from a light grocery haul, picking up a few things, because I simply decided not to be out every evening stopping at all these places picking up food. For one of the main reasons, it's not good for you. And I don't care for a lot of salt, but here you go, because there's enough salt in what I'm gonna cook. So outside the yellow rice with green peppers and onions in it. I didn't do red peppers this time. Basically just green peppers and onions. I'm probably gonna make some burger patties tomorrow and let them rest, and probably do let me see what I have here. Cream of mushroom base. Probably do that because I still have some cream of mushroom and gravy left over from when I did my cube steak that I almost threw away today. But I figured, why throw away that gravy when it can be used again? And it still has all that seasoning in it. So I would probably prep my burgers tonight. Once again, being just me and prepping things like burgers and all those things, even a pound of ground beef is too much. So I'll probably split it and get 2 nice sized patties out of there. I could opt to do all 4 of them in case I get greedy and eat them over the course of the next 2 or 3 days. They'll be still good in the refrigerator for at least 3 days. But the thing of it is with me, I don't particularly like to store a lot of things in my refrigerator. So it'll be gone by tomorrow. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry for the noise, but it has to be made. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. That's impossible with this microphone. I'm yet to do a review on this microphone, but I have found that when using it, I'm talking too loud in it. I need to tone it down and stop getting so excited. Now, of course, unless it's something that I'm just really, really passionate about and ticked off about, I can get elevated. I have been doing a couple of videos and followed a couple of instructions and not post them right away. I got a couple that's gonna probably come out tomorrow. How do you all feel about relationship videos? Are you tired of people always talking about relationships, especially when they're single? Or do you use it for good advice? I myself, I take any kind of good advice or any kind of good video. If I think it's gonna be a great one and I want to invest my time in watching it, I will. And like I always say, not that I'm knocking anybody, but all the loudness and the clapping of the nails and all that stuff, That's distracting to me when people do a video. And I know the demographics, the age, all that stuff plays a lot into it. And there's a market for all of that. It just doesn't work for me. I choose to stay away from that, not really listen to or watch those videos. And sometimes they have a lot to talk about, but you can't hear them because of all the clamping on the desk and beating and laughing. And I feel like this: if you're trying to have a mature conversation, I'm talking about seriously adult mature conversation, I don't think you should be doing all that laughter, because it's going to take away from your own video. It shows, to me, it shows a little bit of immaturity. And some people do find sexually related content funny because they are too immature to handle it. I've been nursing this thing for the last 3 hours. And I promise you, it's nothing but grape juice this time. Yesterday was cranberry juice. I do have the cranberry pink grapefruit juice or something like that. That's pretty good. I like that one. I like the tart in it. But anyway, enough about my drinking problem with grapefruit juice. How are you guys doing this afternoon? You know, like I said, I went to the store. I picked up a few items. I put some items back because I knew I didn't need it. One thing about me, I don't keep sweets in the house. I have to have that sweet tooth. I can go an entire 2 weeks before I realize I've had anything sweet. Now, by sweet, I mean like cake, cupcake, ice cream. I don't mean the sugar that they put in everything, you know, the breads, the stuff. I rarely drink soda. Yesterday for lunch, I had a root beer soda. And oh my God, it was really good. I was at Arby's, so I drank root beer. I didn't go back for a refill because I knew better. Coffee is my favorite. I absolutely love coffee. I can drink coffee morning, noon, and night. Tea, I love tea too. Until recently, I started drinking hot tea. I really didn't care about it at first, but it grew on me because I tried to get away from making iced tea, because with the iced tea, I got to put all that sugar in it. And I don't even know if I own a bag of sugar. No, I have one of those little sugar containers. Boy, this rice is coming on just perfect. But I drank some hot tea, and I've got this great little, let me show y'all what I bought, if I can find it. This great little tea kettle. It's just that small. And you put your tea in there and whatever else you want to go in it. And you just put it on the stove top and let it go. And it is heat resistant to a certain temperature. So don't get one of those. I got that off of Amazon. Just look for small glass tea kettle. And I got it off Amazon. So it's heat resistant, I think, to up to 500 degrees, something like that. But you don't let tea like that go on for too long. I have some type of a black tea I bought from this African store that I've been drinking, and it's pretty good. I can show you guys that, but by the time I go over there and dig it out, my rice will burn. And if you've never cooked rice down after letting it soak in cast iron, you need to try it. Oh, and by the way, I cooked my rice in chicken broth versus water for more flavor. Let me find that tea that I've been drinking, if I can dig back here and find it. I don't think I need to take it out of the packet, but I'll try to give you guys a close-up from a side view if you all can see it. And just remember the color, snapshot it. I will probably review it at another date, but right now I'm just trying to get my dinner ready for tomorrow. Like I said, I'll probably be up for a while. I may even cook the burger patties tonight, but the thing about that, it tends to dry out. So I could season the meat and just not cook it. That's what I probably do. I probably just go ahead and prep it, season it all up, and I'm gonna do patties. I'm gonna bake them in the oven, and then I'm gonna put the cream of mushroom over it with the brown gravy, and I might just end up sitting them in my rice and then put it back in the oven. I don't know yet, because that's what you call a one pot meal. This pot is big enough Well, this cast iron skillet rather is big enough just for that, to make your one pot meal. And all you have to do then tomorrow is come back in and add a little bit more chicken broth and finish cooking your rice down. And then you'll be good to go. That's how you do that. But the thing about cooking in this cast iron, you have to watch it because it's gonna cook the moisture out real quick. And that's not what you want. And there is water in there also because like I said previously, I soaked my rice while I was going to the store. And the key to cast iron is to nurse them, not let anything get stuck. You know, you just gotta keep moving it around. And you don't, with cast iron, unless you have a lot of gravy or something in it, you don't just turn it off while it's still hot and walk away, because that thing will stay hot for a while. Continue to stir. Take it off the heat, put it to the side, stir it till it cools down. Now, with as much liquid that I've had in this rice, most of it being low sodium chicken broth, it has come together real nice. It's gonna hold its texture. The onions and green peppers are cooking down real nice. And it's gonna be good tomorrow or whenever I eat it. These are the type of things I like to do. You know, if you want to talk about a quick meal or what have you, they say cook certain things like in cast iron. You gotta understand, if you're using a regular non-stick skillet, whatever that cook time is for that, it's gonna be different for cast iron. You have to watch cast iron. You know, unless you want to be scrubbing it and seasoning it again and all that stuff. This is a nice size helping of rice. This right here, I have enough. I'm not gonna fool with that camera, y'all. But anyway, moving it down. Y'all know what rice look like. It's a nice size helping of it. So it's gonna be good tomorrow. I'm gonna continue to stir it while it's cooling down because it is essentially done. And by the time I heat it up tomorrow in this same cast iron pot, it's gonna bring it back to life because now it's cooling down. You take it off, you move it to the side. Now you just let it do its thing. And by do its thing, I mean, let it cool down while you continue to stir it. I'm sure I don't have to tell y'all how to cook rice. This is just one of the simple ways that I learned to do it because I would always just put it in there and boil it down in a pot, you know, do the typical same old thing. And I said I was gonna start using my cast iron, and a couple of years ago, I started doing it this way. And this cast iron and this rice, yeah, it's come together right now to the point if my patties was already done, I can dump them in here and pour the gravy on it and just let it all cool down. It'll be ready to go tomorrow. But I don't have them ready. And I want my rice to sit by itself and just lay in its own flavor till tomorrow. Just let that rice do what it do. Beauty of rice, you have to learn to leave it alone. I've done the minute bag, the boiling bag rice, the 5 minute. Nah, I will take my time with rice. And especially if you're doing a stir fry, cook that rice a day in advance. Let it get cold. Let it settle. You're gonna have some of the best stir fry because it's not right when you make stir fry with hot rice. I don't know if you watch them guys in the Chinese restaurants, when they make it, they reach over there and get that rice out. That rice has already been pre-cooked. That's what makes it good. And to keep your rice from drying out, add a little bit more chicken broth or vegetable broth, whichever one you prefer. And if you're worried about your sodium intake, they have low sodium or no salt, because there's going to be enough in that gravy to where you don't need regular chicken broth unless you just want it, unless you just love salt like that. You know, now that I'm old, Everything tastes too salty to me. And as much as I absolutely love French fries, it was the salt content that was putting on it that turned me off from getting French fries when I go to order something. The most I would do at fast food right now is probably some chili from Wendy's. I was on this run of 2 sausage biscuits this morning, maybe 2 more the next morning. I look up, I've had 6 sausage biscuits on the way to work. I had to pull back from that because of all that bread. And not to mention, sometimes they give you your stuff, they sling it out the window. Your bread is either raw, and I hate gummy bread, or it's breaking apart. I think it was Hardee's that tried to do the Valentine's heart-shaped biscuits. Stop thinking got me a steak biscuit. You should have seen the condition that biscuit was in. Looked like somebody bit it. And stuff like that. I can see if they came pre-made and they were perfectly shaped, but it wasn't. But anyway, enough rambling. Just want to get on here for a minute while I take care of my rice and chat with you all. And as always, y'all have a lovely night or morning whenever this video shall post. And I will be online chatting with you all again real soon. Take care.